Hi everyone, I'm Mike Gordon. Welcome back to the final ground of Final Fantasy VI Advance. Today is day 67. Yep, 67. And I'm actually just going to keep this a short episode because this is not because, well, Saturdays are kind of hectic. They're very short days for me, but, as an aside, have a happy Easter. This is Easter's upload, and remember, docs, keep smiling. uh, that's a Easter eggs reference for those of you who don't know. Please don't. Okay, good. I'm gonna remove the auto hold now. Alright. And now I'm just trying to duplicate them. And yes, you saw that right. Yesterday I left off at 13. And now we have 48. I woke up early, I got home early last night from work. Put in about 4 or 5 hours. Woke up fairly early by my standards anyways. The next morning, put in another 4 hours, and then I head off to work, and this is the end result. Not the best in the world, but I could have done, but you know what, but you know what, it was a solid effort, all things considered. What was that about? So, I'm going to tell you something. The big downside of recording this on OBS is I can't just begin recording this. I can't just go straight to it like I normally would when I record on Camtasia. Because I have to hit record and I have to click on the screen and then resume the emulator. Now, I will also say that, but I digress. That's why I don't plan on relying on OBS when recording games on emulator very much. Another reason. The timing simply isn't going to be there. It also runs way slower on emulator than it would if on OBS than it would if I was recording on Camtasia. But I digress. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to get this done, but I'm going to get Fixed Ice Rage's Shield done by Monday. Now, unless I do another long-ass stream. Another 9 to 5 stream. And that practically was... And I was practically on the brink of madness when I did that Thursdays. I was just going insane. I think what ultimately matters is I'm going to have to figure out what the best course of action is going to be. The bright side is I still have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That should definitely give me plenty of time. I think 71 or 72 days would be a perfect length for how long we can expect the remainder of the final grind to be. Wish it could be 70 days exactly, or better yet 69 days, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. For 69 days, it's probably going to have to be, god damn, 69, 70 days, it's probably going to have to be like a 24-hour session. Which is absolutely insane. Have I ever been awake for 20 hours straight? I don't know. I would probably need to get a ton of sleep the night before. And then wake up super early. Probably need to get like a Coca-Cola right before I begin the session. 24 hours without any sleep. That's just insane. Alright, so, what else is there to talk about, I wonder? Alright, since today's Easter, I guess I could talk about some Easter eggs. During the end credits, after Terra pulls down her hair, and all the locations those doves were flying past are World of Balance places. The first place being Barren Falls. Oop, no. You know, right before you enter the Veldt. Then you got the Ledley River. You got Mount Colts, the Ledley River, and the Phantom Forest. Those are the places. So I think that's kind of interesting to know in that sense. Man, it took this long to get to Meltdown? That's insane. At least I don't have to do an auto hold. meltdown. But first, some save states. Now I can leave the auto hold down for quite a while. No. God damn it. No. Don't tell me Locke was the one who... I guess he was. At least I made a course correction. Alright. Here we go. Here we go. Alright, meltdown. Good. And I'm gonna run away here. And where are you? There we go. Fixed dice. Aegis shield. And there we are. So how short is this episode gonna be? I'm probably aiming to hit 50 copies of Fixed Dice Aegis Shield, so I might have time for one or two more. Honestly, I would probably be in my best interest to do an hour a piece, but it's 1 in the morning. So 50 is a fair enough threshold, especially considering how much I had to work just to get this high a number right before heading off to work. Sign Chat, Edgar, Sabin, Strago, Realm, Setzer, Ma, Gao, Locke, Celes. Alright. So nothing happening. Oh. Oh, you take out hit quickly enough. Okay, it looks like he's the first one to go. Alright. And now, save state right before laying rest. Alright. I prefer Edgar to be the one that dies, because this is a little slower, but whatever. Aegis shield. 49, and it only took 15 minutes to do it, so not bad. What this basically means is that a single cycle takes about 12 minutes, so I reckon that the next cycle would be around the 27-minute mark. When I hit 50. Oh. So yeah, I'm not exactly putting in an all-nighter here. Honestly, I'm more amazed I was able to get as much done on a Saturday as I did. Considering that Saturdays are short days for me. So what else do I have to talk about? Well, tomorrow's Easter, but also it's worth knowing that part 1 of my perfect playthrough on Lemmings is set to be scheduled sometime tomorrow. I'm probably gonna say sometime during lunch. Usual time. And despite this, there are no Easter references in my Lemmings playthrough. And the reason for this is because I normally don't think about when each video is gonna play. I don't think, oh, this day is gonna be Easter. I think when I did Lemmings, I thought Easter was last Sunday, but it wasn't. I can never keep track of when Easter is gonna be, so I don't really bother celebrating it. I mean, it's mainly a holiday for the kids at this day and age. Although there are a lot of although there's also a Christian connection, but it's kind of funny, isn't it? The Catholics have already decided that Jesus was born on the 25th, despite no reference to in the Bible or any official documentation confirming this. And yet they can't figure out when he died and rose from the dead. They're just sort of making educated guesses. I mean, here's the thing. From my perspective, I don't really think it's all that important when specifically Jesus was born or died or rose from the dead or ascended back to heaven or anything like that. The date is not important, nor pretty much the only thing that's noteworthy is apparently Jesus rising from the dead on a Sunday is the reason why we take up service on Sundays. That's the only reason. But beyond that, I don't think it's important when he was born or when he died. Because if it ain't written in the scriptures, yeah, it's not important. It just means that I don't really. It just means I don't really like to conform my religious practices with certain with festive holidays. I like to keep them separated. Christmas is not for me. It's just a nice holiday to have. Get together with people you don't really see at all other times and eat food to such a morbidly unhealthy degree that you'd be shocked. It would be such a. You eat so much food that it would shock anyone into wondering why the hell this kid happens to be so fucking skinny. So I was trying to avoid Cyan turning into a zombie. Even though it probably wouldn't have been that big a deal in the grand scheme of things. But, I wasn't thinking straight. Lose charm. So, yeah, I already mentioned that, I do like my fair share of biblical epics, like the Ten Commandments, the greatest story ever told, and, what else? Those two in particular. I like my Cecil B. DeMille biblical epics quite a bit. Oh yeah, King of Kings. But as far as Easter from the non-religious section goes, my number one is Bugs Bunny's Easter eggs. Well, Easter eggs starring Bugs Bunny, which is a short film. And it's the Easter Beagle Charlie Brown. I'm probably gonna go down to a McDonald's or a sausage egg McMuffin tomorrow and then go, sir, how can we color the eggs after we fry them? And just forewarning, even though I always find that to be funny, I think it's safe to say that we will never see early Christmas decorations up and Christmas sales in the middle of March or April, like ever. If there's a sale, it's a clearance sale, and it's probably gonna be really late December or early January at best. But it's not going to be in February, but they're not going to have early sales for February, March, or April because of this thing called opportunity cost. Value ain't there. Why don't expect to make a profit? Basic economic sense would tell you that that's never going to happen. Through all intents and purposes, the earliest you can expect to see Christmas stuff on sale would be November, maybe October if you apply some Nightmare Before Christmas crossover, but I digress. But you know what? And yeah, I should not be eating McDonald's. Well, honestly, it's not really what you eat, but how much you eat. What your calorie intake is, and how much of it are you burning off. That's what's important. I mean, if you have a low metabolism, keep your calorie intake low. If you have a low metabolism and you don't exercise, then you eat. Then the solution is to eat less. Pure and simple. Of course, I'm not advertising anorexia. If it's that big a problem that you can't muster up the willpower to do it, then my next bit of advice is to go to therapy. Because that means that there is some serious psychological issues that have gone unresolved for the longest time. But, you know what? And honestly, there's a lot of healthy foods that, if done right, are actually absolutely delicious. If you want to learn how to cook, and try to, then, this ain't an advertisement, but, there's some pretty good shit with HelloFresh out there that you can use. And again, this ain't an advertisement. I'm not sponsored at all. Though if I ever get to that point, I would like to one day be a promoter of something like HelloFresh someday, if ever given the chance. But you know what? With something like that, there's no reason just for anybody to not know how to cook. If you don't know how to cook, do HelloFresh, because not only do they provide you with the recipes, they provide you with the big chunk of ingredients right down to the portion sizes. All you really need to do is get the spices and other bits of seasonings that you will need yourself. But other than that, to apply as per needed. And you know what? Honestly, that's perfectly fine, because you're still learning how to cook. You're not just learning to follow instructions. You're basically learning to figure out how certain flavors work. I mean, it is absolutely delicious, man. When you get something like that right, and then you can replicate those recipes without HelloFresh. Just go to the store and buy them to your desired portion sizes, and you don't have to worry about overeating. You don't have to worry about dumping a bunch of processed crap into it because it's all there. You just follow the instructions, and you'll learn to replicate those instructions and maybe tweak the seasoning a bit. And if you're man, that's and I reckon that HelloFresh has a dessert menu. Spoiler alert, back in the day, desserts weren't cakes, cookies, and ice cream all the time. They were mostly just fruit. With the cookies and ice cream and pie and stuff being a once every blue moon, I suppose. And really, a healthy about the healthiest dessert you can possibly get it that you can possibly eat is probably a fruit bowl with some whipped cream. Like fruits like blackberries, raspberries, strawberries, pineapple. Maybe throw in some banana in there. And you don't need to smother with whipped cream, just a little bit of it will do. And you know what? It makes perfect sense because all of those fruits I meant. Oh yeah, blueberries as well. Because all those fruits have have high concentrations of sugar in them. God, buttons are loose again. Alright. Ultimate weapon. Put shield. Meltdown. And I did say my threshold was 50, so I could go to bed early and all that, but you know what? Sometimes I change my mind on the go like that. And for this, the reason why I changed my mind basically boils down to the fact that I'm currently in a bit of a talkative mood. I mean, it's 1:30 in the morning, sure, but I should rewind this. Okay. Chest right there. It really depends on what kind of mood I am in, and I'm not exactly tired. Probably because I had Coca-Cola and Dr. Pepper during work. Normally I don't do that, but normally I like to get something like pink lemonade. And we were out, so I settled for a soda instead. Oh shit, no. Oh god. What's up with the... I need to pay attention to who's on meltdown duty. Because Tara's not equipped with the Celestria, she's equipped with the Master Scroll and Merit Award. She's gonna pay the full 80 MP cost of that. Just getting sloppier and sloppier. Whatever. Loose charm. Meltdown. Oh yeah, I forgot. Fix dice. Just shield. Alright, 38 minutes. I think I'll definitely be able to hit 52 by the 1 hour mark. It's just funny because when we're recording on OBS, I can only, the most I can fit within an hour is 5 segments. No, 5 sessions in an hour while on OBS. On Camtasia I can fit 6 pretty easily. Cyan, Shadow, Edgar, Sabin, Strago, Realm, Setzer, Mog, Gao, Locke, Celeste, and save states. Alright, save states. Please don't be difficult. And once again, it's Edgar who's kept alive, huh? 50. We are past the halfway mark. $51. In about 42 minutes, so I said about 12 sessions. Each session costs about 12 minutes. I think that's about accurate. Alright, I'm starting to nod off a little, so I guess that's good. That my body's starting to wind down a bit. But I'm gonna give myself a little bit more time before I hit the hay, as it were. Ugh. Especially since I need to upload this one at 4 a.m. Rocky Mountain time upload. 4 a.m. Mountain time because it'd be 6 a.m. Eastern time about the Groundhog Day thing. Alright. Oh. Okay, so what else do I need to talk about? Well, I'm gonna do once I finish the final Grand Final Fantasy VI Advance. I'm gonna party and party hard. That's what I'm gonna do. Well, okay, I ain't gonna go drink or do drugs or anything like that. I don't like alcohol. And I don't really I'm not the type of person that, and I don't think I would imagine myself having a ton of fun getting completely smashed and engaging in self-destructive behavior just for the sake of hedonistic pleasures. Yeah, I'm not exactly one of those guys that likes to sleep around. People kind of make me nervous. Like, I once got hit on by a bunch of older cougars and I was basically having a mental breakdown because, well, okay, I wasn't having a mental breakdown. I was basically just becoming an absolute nervous wreck, and nothing came of it. I just tried to enjoy the company as much as I could, and then I went home. So it's one thing that for you to want to chase after me. It's another thing to do it in front of your husbands. Even if they're totally cool with it, I don't go that route. And generally, oh, come on! Enough with the fucking crypt dust! It was just because I took one extra step. There. Sort that mess out. Removing the all hole because, come on, buttons work for me. So yeah, I'm not really interested in polyamory or sleeping around. For me, a woman can't. For me, there are a few things a woman has to be. Besides being drop dead gorgeous, they basically can't be a burden on my life. They don't require 24/7 attention. Or having to go jump through all kinds of crazy. Basically, I don't want to chase anybody. I don't care how drop dead gorgeous they are. I don't care how nice they are to me. If I have to ask someone out, I'll ask them once, and that's that. Any more than that, and it's just an unhealthy obsession, which, if the woman herself happens to be a bad person, could take advantage of. They could literally start taking advantage of that if they are malicious enough. So, yeah, I'm not chasing. I ain't gonna chase people. I'm not gonna put in that kind of work just to get laid. You know, I mean, you can call it lazy all you want, but I'm not going to. But I'm still not gonna chase women or anybody for that matter. I prefer my me time, and I prefer my and I like my routines. And to be perfectly honest, there aren't that many people that I would willfully prioritize over my own personal interests. Or at least prioritize my time over my personal interests. Kind of comes with the territory with being antisocial. Or at least being an introvert. Don't be an antisocial, but it's fine if you don't be if you're an introvert, but don't go being antisocial. Alright. Anyways, that's 52. I think it's time to wrap it up here. So leave a like, comment, subscribe to my channel. I greatly appreciate it. With all out of the way, this is Mike Gorn, sign out.